Welcome to the channel, everybody. Today is going to be another shoe review, and this is going to be over my absolute favorite style of shoes to skate in ever. And I know in a lot of my videos I say that this is my favorite shoe of a certain company, but this is just my favorite style of shoe ever. I've already done one review on this before on my channel, and I'll link that above. But today we're going to be going over the Etnies Marana XT. A lot of my last two big parts were filmed in the original Marana for my reality check part, and that was leading up to turning 25. And then the part I just put out a couple months ago, my switch off part, which is me turning 30. So this is a huge impact on my skating. This is a shoe that I just absolutely love to death, and I am really excited for this review today because I hope that somebody else will find the shoe as amazing as I found this shoe when I skated. So let's get into the details. This shoe is just like every other review I do. This is a cup sole. This is a incredibly responsive cup sole, and it has really good board feel right off the bat. And there's paper in the inside of the shoe, but even with that, the shoe bends quite well. It is a very thick by comparison to other cup sole shoes in the forefront to give you a little bit more support in the forefront, and then it has the evolution foam that goes from the blue wraps all the way around to the back. So again, it is a little bit thicker in the front, but don't let that discourage you, because a lot of people say if it's thicker in the front for a cup sole, you don't get good board feel. This actually is really good for board feel. It's just I've never personally met somebody that does not, when they first are bailing a trick and trying to save themselves, I've actually never met anybody that tries to every single time straight land on the heel. They land on their forefront of the shoe and then they hit the heel after. And so having it a little bit more supportive and thicker in the front for the sole is, to me, what's going to help with someone not having any pain or soreness to discourage them from doing tricks, and also just to make it to where they can walk away. Because again, I've never met anybody that actually really straight tries to land on the heel, because every pair of shoes tries to be thick in the back for the sole, and then just leaves the front high and dry. So again, one of the main features I actually really like about this shoe. And looking at the tread, there is two types of tread on the shoe. You have the traditional herringbone pattern in the lower wear areas of the shoe, and then you have a thicker, more dense tread pattern in the high wear areas, especially the forefront of the shoe up here. Then you have it down over here, so that way if you need to stop, you can use your shoe to stop instead of using your board to give yourself razor tail. And it also just helps with, again, a little bit of heel bruise protection and resistance. So looking at the Etnies symbol, you can see the evolution foam that peeks through to show you that there is evolution foam throughout the entire sole. It's not just in the heel like you see right here. It actually goes through the entire shoe to allow you to have a good response, and also it helps a lot with impact. So it is a little bit denser of rubber, like I mentioned earlier, to make it thicker in the front, but right underneath that is evolution foam, which really does help with taking impact. And I will never be able to speak highly enough of this shoe. The tongue does not have any tongue sharing straps to it, unfortunately, but it does have a loop to where you can put your laces through to keep it centered so it's not moving around while you skate. It is a single piece toe cap with a new type of rubber toe cap on the outside. So the other one was a little bit thicker, which made it to where it took a little bit longer to break in, but this one, it's a little bit thinner and it is denser. It really flicks well. It's not one of those where when you're skating it, it's slippery on your grip tape for a little while until you break in. This is just right out the box. It's ready to flick and be really responsive for you. Then you have, instead of it being stitches to blow through on the sides to where the panels meet, the shoe is kind of like the layers go like this, so that way the stitches are hidden on the inside. You don't have anything to really blow up. Another cool feature to the shoe. There's also a minimally padded collar so that way you have a little bit of protection from snake bites, and also just helps to keep a really nice snug fit when you are skating. And the insole, if I can pull this thing out. So it is glued in, but you can take it out just like I did. It's a little bit of glue. The back doesn't really do anything. It just kind of just keeps it in place. But it is a traditional Ortholite sock liner. Most of the protection is going to be in your shoe, but if you want a little bit of extra support, anything aftermarket is going to help you greatly with that. But it is comfortable, so it's going to be something that if you're just using this to walk around for a little bit, you're going to feel a little bit of the support from the insole. But again, jumping down anything, I would swap them. And it does have a really nice heel stabilizer in the back to keep your heel nice and locked in, so that way you don't have any shoes flying off. So another really cool key feature about the shoe is it actually is really, really light, because instead of it being super dense throughout the entire sole, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of the sole is going to have the Evolution foam that takes up the density of it, so that way it is really, really light, but it is also, again, very structurally supportive, and it is going to be a great shoe to skate in. And I think that's pretty much it. Another thing to remember is, for if you guys have wide feet, I definitely suggest at least going a half size up, if not a full size. I wear a traditional 11 for Adidas. I wear an 11 and a half. This shoe, I got an 11, and unfortunately it was a little bit snug for me to where it was hurting my pinky and squishing it, so I had to get shoe stretchers to be able to help me with widening the shoe. Put them in for about 3 days, and it afterwards felt fine. It actually stretched really, really well, and it skated amazingly. So again, I cannot speak highly enough about the line of the Marana series, and this is going to be for anybody that wants something that is a very, very responsive and good technical shoe, and especially something that is really light. This is going to be a good shoe for you, and I'm certain you can find these on sale already, because this is not a new shoe, but this is hopefully a shoe that is going to stick around for quite a while. So that's going to be it for the Etnies Marana XT. If you liked the video and would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to be notified whenever a new video does go up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box down below. And if you have any suggestions for a possible review of the future, go ahead and leave them down there, and I will try to get to them if I have the ability to do so. And if you like this video, please go ahead and give it a like. Again, the likes, shares, and subscribes do a lot more than you think they do, and I truly do appreciate that. I want to be able to help you guys out as much as I can. I do enjoy making these reviews when I have the ability to do so, and I want to keep doing them. So again, let me know what you guys think about the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Take care.